My name is Hannes. I'm from Teqmine. I'd like to introduce our team. It's there back there. So we have a Festo where you are, we have a Rob, and we have a Luis. So if you want to talk somebody else. So Teqmine is an artificial intelligence company. Our business is to help people whose success depends on making right decisions about technology. And to do that, we have built an AI that has read the 16 million full-text patents. They can be like 2 pages or they can be 800 pages long. And you can ask things from this AI. And what we are actually in the process of, we are building an AI platform and we're building the world's largest technology knowledge base. And we see the world so that if you're doing elevators, you don't do anything with a patent database that has everything. You need the database, you need an AI that understands smart buildings. You need an AI that understands satellites. And we see the future as, vertical AIs, understanding something very specialized. And that's not only understanding something what has happened, but also an AI that can predict something in the future. So we're going to make the patent searching free for everybody in the world. And our business model is really to make the AI our business and the predictive AI. By the way, we're launching an A round in September. So if you have deep pockets, get in touch with me and you'll get the investment deck. All right, let's go to the demo right now. And I'm just gonna go without the further ado what I'm thinking. I might be student or I might be now the strategy officer of F-Secure. And one of my guys have told me that, Hannes, let's not talk about how F-Secure is growing, but they might be thinking, and actually we should start doing, Hannes, we should start doing cybersecurity for airlines. That sounds really cool, right? How can we go there? So one of their dudes has written a blog about what they do. I copied that into our search box. Our search box takes up to 10 million characters. So that's about 6,000 pages. So you don't put. And what I do now is that I just take this blog that they have sent out and I ask that, what is happening actually in that space, and we can see which patents are similar than this blog. And one of the first things I see here is that this trend is going up. I can see that here are actually patents that deal with the aviation platform from Boeing and so on. But what I really want to know is that is there room for the CEO of F-Secure to start putting bucks on R&D on cybersecurity? And I see that actually Boeing, Honeywell, Airbus, Thales, oh my gosh, a lot of patents in the space. I'll never make it into this space, and I can tell this now in 2 minutes of analysis. Or I could pay, 200,000 for McKinsey and the company to do something for me, right? And I can just go on with this. I find an interesting patent here, and I can look at this. And this is really what the Teqmine is about, and what we sell for companies, especially, is an easy-to-use tool to get a very early insight into something. And if you hit it right, you have just saved several weeks of work, and you just saved a really lot of money when you go forward, and you can get the right decision very quickly. So that's how it works. And let's see now that I'm actually trying to pitch something for the company. So I can just ask here that, okay, maybe here in the applicants, can I find, for example, is Symantec having any patents in this area? They're actually not having. So I see that, if I think about this battle of industries, IBM, Microsoft, they are all trying to hop on some other industries or smart buildings. In this case, the aerospace industry has successfully defended itself. They built the barriers with the patents, they built the stuff there, and that's how it goes. Well, I have another example also for you. So we have some nice examples here. I'm not going to do the Kone example unless we have a bit of time. I was playing around with machine as you were talking. In the lab, we have one that it actually understands voice. So it's nice you can record what the people are talking to you, and you'll get the results from our talk. So what I do here is that let's pretend that I'm an inventor. I'm a cuckoo head in some company, and I have an idea. I hope that I get a connection problem here, that I want to build a drone. I have a text actually here already. It did throw me out right now, which is really annoying. But let's say that I have an idea, and the whole point we sell actually quite well to, I think I need to log out here because it really kicked me out from this machine right now. That's what really is what we can call is a demo effect. Let me log into the other account. Quite annoying, I must say, that this happened right now, but just that you see that I get there. So here's my searches. It doesn't let me in right now, but what we sell actually to the companies is that early stage invention phase when a person gets an idea, they use our tool to verify if this is something before they present it to the technology manager or before they send it to the patent department, and that really saves time for the. I'm gonna just drop it out and see if we get this other one, and that saves time for the team. That they don't go around hopping up where things can go and what they can do. That's the what we're offering here. I think I better take a couple of questions now and see that I can reconnect to this tool, and then I can show people how it works.
Aalto University does its IT maintenance on Mondays, on random Mondays, starting 6 p.m. So they cut the network down probably 1.5 minutes ago. So can you use your phone for making the connection?
Okay, but let's see. Maybe it works on. The other ones is working just fine, right?
Okay.
So I can get to the. So it should. No, it's really. I just. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it just kicked me up. I'd rather take 2 questions now in between. It will come up in a second.
Okay, a couple of questions.
Back there is one.
Thanks, Kimmo. Hold on. Let's get the microphone there first, please.
So definitely it's a really cool idea, and I think it has a lot of similarities to a lot of the legal tech solutions that I've seen before. And what I want to ask though is that, I mean, what you see here is an opportunity, and I fully agree. But to me, what I'm seeing is basically a failure on the part of the patent system to provide a meaningful format for this information. So in a way, you are sort of fixing a problem on their end, that the format they are using is something that was very convenient 100 years ago when people were writing on paper. And now it's not necessarily that. So if you had a chance to somehow change the format that patents are written in, do you have some kind of, well, what's your favorite solution? Or do you have one?
Well, I just want people to keep the patents nice and clean, that they do very good machine learning training materials. That's what I wish for. So that's what is really our business. I can't say really how the patents are going, but here I want to show the example. So how our inventors use it. So I want to invent a system to deliver purchases with a drone to people and schedule delivery by analyzing the social media accounts like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just have a very easy idea. You throw it into our machine, and our machine tells that, hey, actually there's a social drone, there's a drone-based personal things. And that's kind of how the inventors use it, because often when you're an inventor, you need to combine A with a B and get that going, and that's really what our tool is giving people. The tool is today in use by 6 Finnish universities. We sell a blanket license, so it's not the floating license, it's everybody. What I think is very important for the tool is there's a frictionless access, so everybody gets there with their own work email from everywhere, and everybody in the company can come at the same time in the system if they choose so. But most of the users are first-time users. And then we have about 4 big companies in Finland using it currently. And the Finnish Patent Office is, by the way, using it as well, and is our development partner.
So this is now using the patent databases to do these searches. Would you think it would be feasible to also do it in research paper repositories?
That is absolutely our business plan, is to build the world's largest knowledge base. So we'll hoover up everything what's in the world. I don't think not only scientific papers. I think we need to read the product descriptions. We need to use this also for people to think about new service or product categories, especially when you work in the predictive space. I mean, usually patents are all about thinking about the risks. That's only the one side. I think the money is really on the side of business development, helping people to understand that where are the white spaces where I want to go. So it's a rich space. Also, our predictive modeling will be, the whole idea is to use patents as a source of intelligence, but it also goes into thinking of financials. So we can, for example, model, how Kone Corporation patent portfolio might weigh upon its stock market. For example, what is Nokia going to invent in the future? With right type of predictive modeling, we can get out those results, and that will help also the financial modeling. So that's where I think the world is going. There's one.
Let's take one final question, and then I think we start the networking. And Hannes is not disappearing anywhere, so you can come closer and try it yourself.
So,
please.
and you will get a trial if you want. So ask me or the team. So we're happy to give you trials. It works.
Do you guarantee? So what is your error tolerance there? How do you validate this? Because what I know from patents is that if I have an idea and gets patented, I don't recognize it anymore when I read it. So it's right only. So indeed, you need an AI to interpret patents. But what is the error rate there? If I give like a generic text that looks like a patent, what would be the similarity with other stuff? So what is the distinction level?
So I'm really sorry to say, I think it's a wrong way to pose a question, to expect that the machine can do the work for you. What we do is a machine that gives you a skill, but it's still dependent on the person who uses it. The people who benefit mostly from that are people who are low skill in the patent search space. So that's really our primary market. In the patent space, there is no guarantees. You might get like there was a recent case, one software company in the UK, their patent was held up, and in Germany it was annulled. There are no guarantees in the patent space, and you just have to deal with the uncertainty. What we can do actually in here is that the model we are using today, it's okay, it works in certain, but we can do much better, especially if we go more in the more aggressive modeling styles, and especially when we build these vertical silo models, like one for smart buildings, one for AI, one for drones, then it drops nicely. But in the end, it's a human business decision. So that's the error rate where the error happens, really. Yeah. I don't know if I'm answering you correctly, but yeah. Great.
How about big applause here, and
Thank you.
Excellent, Hannes.
Thank you.